name's Andrew Porter and I'm the director of the Peak Discovery Group. Here at Castlewood we manage the Clearsky Adventure Centre. Clearsky Adventure Centre has been here since 2006 and we've been operating a range of different activities, anything from canoeing to archery, sea safari boat tours, rock climbing, abseiling. You name it, we do it here. And recently we've developed a screen tourism angle to the business as well through the filming here of Game of Thrones. Game of Thrones is a fantasy drama series, American based, but primarily filmed here in Northern Ireland. They say maybe 75–80% of it's filmed in Northern Ireland. HBO filmed Game of Thrones here in 2009–2010. Since that time we've had individuals, tourists on the estate asking us questions about where was different scenes filmed. So that sort of showed us that there was an opportunity to create some sort of experience for people that were following the show.
The reason why you're here is because this is the backdrop of Winterfell.
We've got a range of screen tourism activities here at the moment. We have the archery, we have the Game of Thrones cycle tour, we have the Game of Thrones boat tour, and then there's the corporate end of it as well, which is a movie making Game of Thrones event. Visitors that are visiting the estate here, they certainly like the surroundings, the old medieval type buildings that we have, and also sort of that immersive experience where they can get into the official HBO costumes, and I suppose they feel more connected to the show through those things.
I just love seeing the comparison photos of the scene in the show and actually what is here, and being able to kind of interact with the environment a little bit and kind of immerse yourself into those scenes. It was amazing, it was absolutely beautiful.
There's a lot of challenges with screen tourism business, again around intellectual property, that you're not getting into legal issues. Visitors, they want a particular experience and we're trying to meet that requirement and exceed their expectations as best as we can. But on the other side, we've got to be very respectful and mindful of the legal requirements around the intellectual property of HBO. There's a challenge, but the Tourist Board have helped us through with that, and they've actually given us guidelines to follow just to keep us on the right track. It is a seasonal business. It would be sort of around the main tourism season, so Easter through to the Halloween. The Game of Thrones experiences we have here, different ways that we promote it, primarily through the internet, search engine optimization, website presence, social media, Twitter, Facebook, and then also through the Discover Northern Ireland website. We do have a range of different flyers now that we have circulated around the country, mostly in tourism, businesses, maybe accommodation, that type of thing where tourists would be. Top 3 tips for any other businesses looking to get involved with screen tourism. First one would be to speak to the production company. Don't be scared of them, get on the phone with them, email them. We've certainly found HBO been very positive and they've helped us along with this. The second one would be to research other screen tourism businesses globally, the ones who are doing particularly well out of it, see what you can learn from them to make it work in your own business here locally. The third one would be to know the show. To know it well, and to particularly know where the filming locations are that you're directly involved with.